Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Bean here, and today I'm coming at you with my April TBR, which is a little bit different from the last three TBRs because I decided to kind of do a little experiment this year. And I'm going to do a couple months with an actual TBR and then a couple months with kind of like a mood reading TBR. Not that I follow TBRs very well to begin with, but this is kind of the way that things are going. So we're just going to move on and do this now. So I have this TBR, or just several books that I really want to read. I have it separated out into two separate piles. The first pile are books that I have heard a lot of really good things about and I am very anxious to read. And the second pile are sequels that I would like to get to because guess what, guys? I'm going to do it. I'm going to read sequels at some point. So let's head right into it. I'm trying to be quick about this because if I am not, I'm going to be late for work. So, and that's always a problem. Let's do this. All right, let's start with the books that I have heard wonderful things about. And the first one is going to be The Year of the Reaper by Michaela Lucifer. This is a Count of Monte Cristo retelling, which if you don't know, that is probably my favorite classic. I absolutely love The Count of Monte Cristo and all the intricacies of it. And so a fantasy story based off of that, I am so excited to read this book. The next book on my list is one I actually now have 2 copies of because I forget when I order things. And that is Gallant by Ve Schwab. This is the Owl Crate version of it. It's got the nice, beautiful sprayed edges, end pages, and a really cool embossing on the cover. So that's really exciting. This book follows Olivia Pryor, who is a girl who knows absolutely nothing about her history except for a journal her mother left her and the message that she should never return to the place of her birth, which is Gallant. So in typical child logic, she decides to go to Gallant. And I have heard nothing but amazing things about this book, and I am super excited to read it as well. This next one has been on like 3 TBRs for me already, but I am really in the mood for some sort of heist and competition sort of book. And so The Inheritance Games by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. I know the second one is out, The Hawthorne Inheritance, I believe it is. It's something like that. It's purple. I remember that. And I have heard nothing but amazing things about this from coworkers as well as other booktubers and book talkers. So I am super excited to read this. And yes, it's so pretty. And it's a contest for $2 billion, so I'm intrigued by this. And the last book on this pile for now is The Love Hypothesis by Hazelwood. Again, this book has been everywhere. I've heard it's absolutely adorable. Sorry, there's hair floating. I've heard that this is absolutely adorable, a STEM fake dating romance trope or something like that. So I do want to read it. I think it sounds adorable, so I'm curious. All right, those are the non-sequel books that I want to try and read in the month of April. At least that's kind of what I'm in the mood to read right now. Moving on to the sequels. The first one is one that I have been waiting for like a year at least, and that is Delicious in Dungeon Volume 10 by Ryoko. I have literally been waiting for this since like last May, I believe is when I actually pre-ordered it. And that was when it was first put up on Amazon for pre-order. This is a D&D inspired manga that follows a cast of characters as they attempt to find the main character's younger sister who has been eaten by a dragon. But through their logic, they know that if they can find her soon enough, she won't be digested yet. Just go with it. It's really funny. I am enjoying it immensely, or I'm enjoying the series immensely. I haven't started this one yet, but it's hilarious. It's starting to get a bit political now, so I may have to go back and reread some parts because it's been a year. So I don't remember all the politics happening, but there are now politics involved. So I'm curious. So I'm curious to see where this series goes. Because right now I have no idea. None. The next sequel that I really want to read because I really want to continue with this series. I absolutely love the first one. And that is Red Tigers by Amelia Wenzel. The first book was Blood Heir. And this is an Anastasia retelling where our main character, Anna, is she has a very rare type of magic called blood magic, which allows her to manipulate anybody's blood, which is absolutely terrifying. So, and she is very terrifying, and this cover is amazing, and I'm in love with it, and the third one's been announced, and I just want to read it now, please, thank you, bye. Also, another one that I would really like to read is, I'd like to read The Blood of Elves by Andrzej Zapkowski. I can never say his name, I feel so bad. This is technically the first book in the Witcher series, but I have just finally finished the series of short stories, which is The Last Wish, that happened before this story takes place. The Last Wish, which you'll see in my wrap-up, is basically a series of short stories telling the first several episodes of the TV show, which is kind of fun because I did actually know what was going to happen, but it also happened a little differently in the books, which was very interesting, and I highly recommend people read the books because Geralt is just so sassy, and he is such a wonderful character, and he is intense and scary, but he's so sassy. And I love it so much. So I do want to read this. I do want to read this whole series, honestly. And the last sequel that I have on my list for right now is Ravencaller by David Dalglish. This is the sequel to Soulkeeper, which I read 2 months ago, I believe. I think, yeah. And I absolutely loved it. It is a high fantasy that takes place during the apocalypse. Well, like right before, during, and then after the apocalypse. And it's all about magic being reintroduced to a world where it has been forgotten for centuries. And when the magic comes back, so do the monsters. And it is so well done. The main character in this series is, or was, a priest. And he has had to turn basically into a monster hunter in order to save people. And it's so crazy and so interesting. And I love how David Dalglish has been introducing all the magical creatures into this story. Honestly, it's super well done, and if you're at all interested in high fantasy or reading a high fantasy, I really think you should check out some of his work. It is so well done, so well thought out, and very interesting, and I think it's quite unique. So I am enjoying this immensely, and yeah, so that's this one. This is the second out of 3 books in a series. All 3 are out, so once I finish this one, I theoretically could pick up the third one. Unfortunately, I think I saw the cover for the third one, and now I'm a little nervous, because if they are the people that I think they are, then I'm very, very, very nervous about that. Because that could be bad. Big dramatic fight scenes are coming. I'm so excited. Okay, I'm done now. But yes, that's what I have for you today. I have no recommendations from other people. I'm just doing what I am personally in the mood for. If I end up deciding something else, it'll be in a vlog, probably on my other channel, although during the month of April, it is Camp NaNoWriMo, so I am doing a lot of writing as well. So writing vlogs and some reading vlogs will be over on that channel. It is linked down below. And that's what I got for you guys today. If you enjoyed this vlog, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. We post videos every Tuesday, Thursday, and the occasional Sunday. And if you want to be reminded when we post these videos, hit the little bell icon down below. Until next time, guys, stay safe, stay healthy, and keep reading. Bye! I talked really fast throughout that whole video because otherwise I'm going to be late for work.